Democratic Party Chair Balla raised questions about 613 kilograms of seized cocaine in Durrës, accusing the Prime Minister of Interior, Minister Fatmir Jafai, of being the person responsible for guaranteeing the success of the load. The Colombian Defense Minister says the cocaine seizure operation in Durrës was as a result of a tip-off from foreign law enforcement agency to those in Albania as part of the biggest operation that has seen 200 tons of cocaine seized. The Appellate College has held their first ever hearing, launching the disciplinary proceedings for the Public Commissioner, Lazarat. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Monday the 5th of March 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. The chair of the Democratic Party, Balla, and former Prime Minister Salih Berisha from the Assembly Hall accused Prime Minister Rama of standing behind the international cocaine trafficking industry. The accusations evidenced the load of 613 kilograms seized in Durrës. Balla called the government a political criminal cartel, which stopped a load only to allow other drugs in. Rama is the guarantor of cocaine and drug trafficking, exclaimed Balla. This international route for cocaine smuggling, according to the opposition leader, has been in operation since 2013. He said that the government is using the same scheme as with the previous major bust of Disciplinary, where the evidence was destroyed and none of the big fish were arrested. In response to Balla and Berisha, chairman of the Socialist Party's parliamentary group, Balla, represented a summary of international drug trafficking reports, retorting to the DP's accusations with some of his own. He outlined how the DP implemented a model that supported the country's cannibalization. The Democratic Party created the country's cannibalization model, proclaimed Balla. However, former Prime Minister Salih Berisha said that the owner of the banana exporting company was forewarned of the bust, evidenced from the fact that he left the country one day prior to the cocaine being seized. Rama was the man waiting for the drug load, remarked Salih Berisha. Rama is the younger brother of the current Prime Minister, Rama. The Colombian Defense Minister himself has said that the law enforcement agencies in Albania were informed by foreign services in an official answer to the controversial statements made by Albanian politicians regarding the cocaine caught in Durrës. Luis Carlos Vigueras said that the drugs were caught thanks to the timely information provided by the participating agencies. He declared it was this that enabled the Albanian police to carry out the operation at the time of the container's arrival in the port of Durrës, where the police intervened and found the drugs. The Colombian minister wanted to give a clear message regarding the war against the infamous mafia clan operating as the Gulf Clan. While visiting the base of the National Police, Vigueras appeared with the US Ambassador, Kevin Whitaker. He gave a speech declaring that in the last 4 years, this criminal organisation in Colombia has been responsible for more than 200 tons of sequestered cocaine. According to the minister, this drug loss, including the 613 kilograms that the Albanian cartel brought to Durrës, translates into billions of dollars. The mega operation, codenamed Agamemnon, still continues in Colombia, where large quantities of cocaine destined for Europe are consistently being seized. The SMI chair, Monica Kurumardi, stated that the SMI is awaiting the approval by the SP for 19 amendments proposed by the SMI regarding the draft law on vetting of the police. Giving a press conference outside the Assembly, Kurumardi said that vetting of the police is indispensable. This is because the situation the Albanian police find themselves in nowadays is really miserable due to the implication of many former police directors who are currently wanted. Today, 19 amendments were presented. Included in these 19 amendments are the 2 amendments proposed by ICATAP of the US Embassy, which were not reflected in the draft law and are set as a condition by the SMI. Of course, vetting of the police is an extraordinary instrument that, in the situation we are in today, is indispensable. This is a very important draft law that will form the basis of consideration for the other stages that will be developed in the future, explained Kurumardi. The SMI chair was also asked about the way the DP has responded, given that the SMI and the SP seem to have found some common ground. I do not think that there is any problem with this. The stance of the SMI has and always will be that cooperation regarding the creation of laws that are in the service of Albanian citizens. The SMI parliamentary group will always produce policies that are in the service of our citizens, said the SMI chair in her response. The Special Appellate College today held the first hearing since its creation as one of the new justice institutions. The hearing was requested by the International Monitoring Operation to be conducted by the highest vetting institution. The IMO has requested disciplinary proceedings to be held regarding the Public Commissioner Herald Sarachi based on several violations found during his time at the head of the institution and also as a member of the ad hoc commission since July 2017. The violations were made public by the investigating judge, Natasha Mulai, who was also in charge of the college. Mulai stated that through these actions, Sarachi has hindered the activities of the institution, which, according to her, still do not have regulations for operation. Herald Sarachi has hindered the functioning of the institution, expressed Mulai. Meanwhile, the Commissioner, Herald Sarachi, requested additional time to prepare and to determine an appropriate legal representative, as, according to him, the time provided was insufficient. I have not had the ability to review the 600-page document. I request that the hearing be postponed until March 8th, insisted Sarachi. Under these conditions, the panel of judges, headed by Judge Sokol Chomo and members Albana Shtula and Ardian Haidari, decided to postpone the session for March 7th to allow the Commissioner to prepare his defence. President Ilir Mehta was present today at the activity organised by the UN in the Jinar village of Elbasan, titled The Day for the Women of Rural Areas. Mehta emphasised the importance of women in society and highlighted the respect of women as a sign of progression in society. He also acknowledged that Albania still has a way to go before women's rights are realised here, especially in rural areas. Women are a powerful engine for the progress and emancipation of society. The rights and needs of women and girls in rural areas remain unaddressed, declared President Mehta. The head of state cited poverty, low education levels and the high levels of unpaid work for both girls and women in rural areas as significant issues. The solution, he proposed, is that the rural development strategy must aim at increasing income and reducing poverty. The rural development strategy should aim to increase income for Albanian families, increase agricultural production and overall reduce poverty. This includes multiplying schemes for grants, subsidies and bank guarantees. We will also promote microfinance schemes and agrarian loans with soft interests for small and medium enterprises for women and girls in rural areas, outlined Mehta. Improving the institutional capacities of central and local administration with the aim of creating jobs in rural areas is one of the ways the Albanian state could pursue assisting women in rural areas. In addition, creating sustainable economic and social development by breaking the barriers that prevent the entrance of so much of the population into economic, political and social life is seen as a priority. The square at the end of the new boulevard, the Central Park and the new buildings of the municipality of Tirana will have the financial support of the United Arab Emirates. For this reason, Mayor Erion Veliaj held meetings with the moguls of Masdar and Emar, inviting them to invest in various projects in Tirana, as well as informing them about the facilities and favourable climate for doing business in the capital. During the visit to the UAE, Veliaj was hosted at a special meeting by the General Director of the Abu Dhabi Fund. We are completing the third segment of the new boulevard. We are near the end of the river where we will have another ceremonial square. So the boulevard will start with Mother Teresa Square and will end with another square where it meets the Tirana River. We are also in the discussion stages for where we should build the new municipality and the new development that will go into that area. The aim is to make sure that Tirana is balanced, leading to more development, bringing more flats, businesses and trade to the area of the new boulevard, added Veliaj. The General Director of the Abu Dhabi Fund, Mohammed Saif Al-Suwadi, appreciated the significant cooperation with the municipality of Tirana and praised the progress of projects so far. We have had excellent communication and negotiation for the two projects that we have already started with the Albanian government. This relationship reminds us of back in 2009 when we first started funding in your country. Since then, we have had a good collaboration. I especially thank the Mayor for all the support and for the excellent progress regarding these two projects, said Mohammed Saif Al-Suwadi. The Mayor considers the relationship between the Tirana municipality and the Abu Dhabi Fund to be particularly special and stressed that it is time to give a new, more modern pace to the development of the capital. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.